Hey lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be making a granny square tops. This is the top to the skirt we made the last time. So if you're here to watch the video for the skirts, you can just go back to my YouTube channel and watch it. So the first thing we're going to do is to make a slip knot and chain 6. So when you're done chaining the 6, you're going to make a slip stitch into the first chain. So when you're done making that also, we're going to start making our clusters. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make 4 chains. Then we start making our clusters into the ring we created. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make 3 DCs, making a cluster. So when you're done making that, we're going to chain 2, can you see? So we're going to chain to 1, 2. Remember we made the foundation chain first before we made these clusters. So put that in the back of your mind. So you're going to make another cluster now after you've made 2 chains. So after we're going to make the third one. So after that, you're going to chain 1. Very important. I'm going to make another cluster. There's a reason why we have to chain 1. There's a reason for that. So you're going to know it on the next step. And there's a reason why we made that foundation chain 3 chains. So you're going to know the next step. So make your foundation chain again. And you see that space, that 1 chain you made, that is the space you're going to make another cluster. So you make another cluster in there. So remember I told you that there's a reason why we made that. So chain 1, go into the next angle, which is the space in which we made that 2 chains, and make a cluster. Chain 2, make another cluster in the same chain space. So when you're done making that also, you remember the foundation chain we did the first time? So remember to chain 1 first, go into the foundation chain. There's a space between the foundation chain and the clusters, and make another cluster. There's a reason why we made the foundation chain 3. It's because we want to use the space there to make clusters. Do you get me? So now when you're done making the last cluster, you're going to chain 1 and make 1 DC. So can you see? The 1 DC is going to give us the same space that we need. So these 1 DCs we are making at the down part and the foundation chain are the ones that gives our work a very flat surface. Straight surface at the bottom. So now we're going to insert a second color by making a slip knot first. So we're going to make a foundation chain here again. So you turn your work counterclockwise. Then you go into the same chain space and make a cluster. So when you're done making a cluster again, you're going to chain 1, go into the next chain space, make a cluster. So when you're done making this cluster again, you're going to chain 1, going into the next one, which stands as the middle of what we are doing, because you see that middle is the part in which we made 2 chains. Yes, can you see 2 chains? I'll make another cluster in the same chain space. So that part is where we make 2 clusters in, and we make 2 chains in between. So chain 1 and go into the next space, make a cluster, chain 1, and now you're going to go into the space dividing the foundation chain and the cluster. Yes, you're going to make another cluster in there. So we're going to chain 1 and make another DC in the same chain space. So can you see that our work is giving us a very flat and straight angle yes at the bottom, can you see? So now we're going to go into our next row with the same yarn color we've started with. So make your foundation chain counterclockwise. So in that space, you're going to make another cluster again. So chain 1, go into the next space. So the more you go into your rows, the more you have more size. Yes, you have more space to do 1 clusters each. So are you seeing now that our top is forming well? So after you're done with this one, yes, you are the middle part already. You make a cluster there again. Then you make 2 chains. Then make another cluster again. So these are the things you keep doing: clusters, chains, clusters, chains. So yeah, this side also you're going to make a cluster, then chain one, go into the next, make a cluster. Then now you're going to chain one and go into the space here, the space between the cluster and the foundation chain. Yes. So make another cluster again. So can you see now that after we've done a cluster, we need to make a chain and make another DC. So can you now see that we have a very long and straight surface at the bottom, and our shape is forming well. So now we're going to cut off this yarn. I'm going to add another new yarn to this and continue working. So now we're going to pick the last color, which is the red. So you're going to add the red, make your slip knots and add the red yarn. So you can use any combination of yarns you want. So for this tutorial, I'll be using just these colors you guys are seeing. Yes. So make your foundation chain, turn your counterclockwise in the same space. Yes, same space. You're going to make a cluster. After the cluster, you make a chain again. You guys already know how we do this already. Yes, just clusters, a chain at the sides, and the one at the middle. You're going to make just 2 chains and 2 clusters in the same chain space. So that's the ways I've been doing it. So it's quite simple. And I know you guys are going to bring out this tutorial well. You're going to make use of it well. Thank you guys for always coming back to my channel to watch my videos. Thank you so much. Thank you all for the sweet comments. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for always coming back. And please, if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. So can you see now that we are the middle part? So we make 2 chains again. Make another cluster in the same chain space. So you keep on making this for your angle. Remember, we have just one angle in this top. So a cluster, 2 chain, a cluster in the same chain space. So on the sides, you keep on making a chain before you make a cluster in the chain space. Then a chain before you make a cluster in the next one. And also note, these colors of yarns goes in 2 rows each. So when I'm done with this first one, I'm going to add the second one, and I'm going to meet you guys when I've gotten this top to my preferred length. So just do it to your preferred length. So I'm going to meet you guys when I'm done with it. So guys, now I'm done making this top to my preferred length. So I made rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. This is the 17th row. So now I want to make the neck part of this top. So this is what I'm going to do. So you see that part in which I've made a cluster first. So I'm going to chain 1. So in the same space, I'm going to make another cluster. So I'm trying to create another angle by that side. So when I'm done making a cluster, I'm going to chain 1. You see that first angle we had, I'm going to make a single crochet, chain 1. I'm going to go into the side. Yes, I'm going to make a cluster. So when I'm done making a cluster again, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to make another cluster in the same chain space. So with this, I've created the neck part in which I want to create. So now I'll keep on making my clusters so I get to the end of this row. So I'm going to make a cluster. Remember, you chain 1 before you make a cluster. So I keep on making this till I get to the end of the row, and I'll come back and show you guys how it looks. Can you see we have the neck part already? So guys, I'm back. I'm already at the end of the row. So now I'm going to make, I've chained one already, so I'm going to make the last cluster. So when you're done making the last cluster, remember you chain one and make the very last DC on that row. So when you're done with that, yes, the very last DC, so I'm going to chain one. So now it's time for us to work, yes, our down part of that top. So I'm going to make single crochet all the way around, just one row. So now you're going to start. So you're going to, remember we've chained one already. You're just going to make 2 single crochets into that space. So the next one you're going to make just a single crochet. So into all those large space, just note that you're going to keep making 2 single crochets in there. So just make sure just follow what you have on your wall so you could get good results. So you keep on making the single crochet all the way around. So can you see 2 single crochet in those large spaces? So when you're done making that until you get to the end of that row, so now it's time for us to make neck and strings. So you see those spaces, we're going to make our chains over there. Just one row of chain is okay. So can you now see now that we've completed our top? So I've made the strings we need to tie the neck part, and then we need to tie the down part. So thank you guys for watching my YouTube channel today. I hope you love this tutorial and I hope you can make yours. Thank you so much. Bye.